Andy Warhol was an artist, photographer, filmmaker, and just general interesting person. From the 1960s and the 1970s, he came up with a type of art called pop art, where mostly he would take the same image and repeat it over and over again, and either with paint or other medium, he would make each of them look different. So we're going to do that with one of our portraits that we've been working with. I want you to go and find your own photo for this. We took photos this week of hands, so go find your favorite hand photo, whether that be one with the prop or out, just something with a hand in it. So the first thing I do when I've taken pictures in our classroom or in our studio, I always go to adjustment levels. And then auto, as you can see, some of the contrast is a little bit better. If yours doesn't look better, then click cancel, but mine did look better. Click OK. And then image, adjustments, brightness, contrast. And this is a personal choice. I want the hand and the prop to look good, so I'm going to adjust those slightly, then click OK. If you need to do any cropping, you can. I kind of like the space on mine. You could crop yours if you would like to. All right, so we're going to repeat the same image 4 different times, and we're going to use something similar to the gradient duotone we did with a previous Photoshop lesson. First thing we need to do is remove background. And mine is going to work really well because I photographed this hand on a white background. If yours didn't clean up as easily, up here with your magic wand tool, you can add and take away parts of your background that don't completely disappear if you need to, but mine worked out well. Next, I want to create a mask over this. So on the bottom right hand of the screen, choose the square with the middle of it cut out to create a masking layer. And then I'm going to go to Layer, New Adjustment Layer, Gradient Map. Then click OK. When you do, you're going to see a gray to black bar over here. Do the pull down menu, and then you're going to see different color choices. Start with any color you want to, blue, purple, pink, orange, green, it doesn't matter. And then just like you did on a previous Photoshop lesson, go through and find the one that you personally like the best. Some are going to look better than others. I kind of like that one, but whatever color combination and gradient works for you, that sounds good to me. Then we're going to go to Select Subject. I'm going to work with the background next. So I have selected the subject. Now I need to select the inverse, which is the background. I'm going to create a new layer over here by choosing the circle that's half black, half white. And at the top, choose solid color. From here, go around on the rainbow to choose a color you like. And then choose which thickness of that color you like the best. It can be color on color, it can be opposite colors. Andy Warhol was pretty colorful, so I'm going to go with that color combination. Then click OK. So now I have my original picture, I have the gradient map with the hand and the Coke can, and now I have the background. Now we need to merge all 3 layers. You can't see what I'm doing on my keyboard, but I'm holding down the Control, the CTRL key, and I'm clicking on each layer until they are highlighted. Once all 3 of them have been highlighted, click on one of them. Right click on it and do Merge Layers. Now they're all one layer. I'm going to select all, Edit, Copy, File, New. From here, I'm going to, instead of working with pixels, because I can't imagine those, I'm going to change that to inches, and your number is going to be different than mine. I want to at least double whatever this number is, and I tend to just round up. So instead of 4.8, I'm going to say this is 5, and I need to double this size because it's going to be 2 pictures wide and 2 pictures tall. So double that is going to be at least 10. We can always crop later if it's extra. And then I'm going to say this is 7, so I'm going to change this to 14. So round up to a solid number and then double the number. Hit Create, and then go to Edit, Paste. There's my first one. I'm going to use my Move tool, which is the top tool. I'm going to put this in the upper right-hand corner. It creates a new document called Entitled 1. We will save this later. Then I'm going to go back to my original picture, and I'm going to Edit, Undo, Edit, undo the merge, so I can get all three of my layers back. So edit, undo twice. Let's work on that gradient map again. If I click just on the gradient map layer, I can go back up here and let's work with a different color this time. I want to try reds just to see what we have. Oh, that looks really nice. Try all of them. Some of them are better than others. And then once you're happy, go to the color fill layer. If you double click that, whatever color you have here in your color fill layer, it gives you back the rainbow. Choose a color and strength that you like, click OK, and we're going to repeat this over and over again. Hold down Control, select all of your layers, right click, merge, select all, edit, copy. Let's go back over to your new untitled one, and then edit, paste, or Control V, and let's move that one next to it. And we have some extra space, we'll crop that out later, that's fine. I'm going to put it right next to it. And repeat, edit, undo, and keep going until you have tried out 4 completely different color combinations, and it is your personal choice how different they are. I'm going to merge layers, select all, copy, and paste. Ooh, that one's really similar. I'm going to keep that one kind of far away from the first one. I probably should have chosen a different color backdrop. I'll do something totally different on this one. Edit, undo, edit, undo. Let's try a different color gradient map. I did blues and oranges. Now I want to try pinks. And double click that. I haven't tried green. There we go. And merge. Select all, Control copy, or edit copy. And keep repeating until you have 4 different ones. If you have some little extra space like I do, choose the second tool on your toolbar that's made out of a bunch of dashed lines, makes a square. Draw a box over what you want to keep. And image crop. And we're done. It's 4 repeated pictures, very much in the Andy Warhol style. Now, this has not been saved. If you end up not finishing this project, when you go to File, Save a Copy, if it is not done, keep it as a TIFF or a Photoshop so you can keep working on it. But once you are finished, it does need to be a JPEG. Save that. You can call it Warhol, you can call it Collage, whatever makes sense to you. Save that in your downloads and turn that in on Schoology. This can also be used when you do your photo challenge that is due soon. On the template, you're going to see that there is the rubric. You can do 2 hand portraits here, then one using a prop. This one has to be edited with Photoshop. You can use spot color, sepia tone, duotone, gradient map, or the one we just did, the Warhol-Inspired Collage. So you can paste that one right there. Don't forget to label the technique that you end up choosing for that part of the project.